Right, okay, so let's record a macro. This is going to be dumbass, so on the developer ribbon, just click record macro, give it a name. So this is, I'm going to call this charity one. You can rename it afterwards, so if you decide your name's rubbish, you can't have spaces in macro names, I don't think. So I'm just going to do that. Where it says store macro, make sure you put it with this document. So document 1, which is what I called it, but okay. Right, so now it's in record mode. So I'm going to type my letter, so it's going to be, I can't remember letter formats, funnily enough. So I think I put my address first, so it's going to be Dave Bloke. It's recording all this. Here, I don't know what my address is, so I'm just going to make some rubbish up. Grays. RM17, I'll use the college postcode. Okay, right. Then it's going to be the charity details, so it's going to be Super Charity, wherever they are, Woodford Green, wherever the hell that is. Heard of it though. Now it doesn't matter if I make mistakes as I'm doing this, because you'll see that what it does is it does it really quick. Woodford Green, London. That'll get there if I send a letter there, won't it? Someone will know. Right, so I'm going to say, dear Joan, because it's Joan and I know her, so I'm going to do that. Here's the dosh. About, oh, not $50, let's do 50 quid. About 50 quid. Hope it helps. Dave. Alright, so I'm going to stop the recording there. Alright, now what I can do, if I now go back onto my customized ribbon, and I'm going to go up to Dave's stuff and select the charity letter group. But if I look on this little drop down here where it says popular commands, pick the macros. I've got access to all my macros now, and all I do is I move it across, so I add it to the charity letters. Okay, so if I look at my Dave Blokes tab, there you go, charity 1. So if I've got some other old rubbish on here, I think I've made a mistake here actually. What should I have done before I started? Once I'd started recording, what should have the first thing I'd? So if I like do it again and I go charity, what should I have done? No. What I should have done was that. Do CTRL A, delete everything, then when I run the macro it works properly. So when you do this, even though there might not be anything on the screen, make sure you do CTRL A after you've started recording, press delete, then all you've got to do, type your letter, stop recording. Okay. To print it, we'll do a separate macro to do print. So just like you probably did on your, did you do it on your spreadsheet ones? Yeah, so it's exactly the same process. Put the printer and send it to print. Alright, and you can obviously record a letter for each one. What I would suggest, create another Word document to put the body of the letter in and just change the charity address. So you don't have to like do the whole thing. It might be better to type it actually. Yeah, if you put like XX, something like that. Alright, so that's the dumb way of doing it, but quite a nice way. You can change those icons later on. The important bit is that naming. So if I go to, because he's got the full macro name, which is a bit naff, I can rename anything that I select on there. So I'm just going to say, well, letter for charity 1. Whatever that, you know, that's not a very good name, but you'll see that instantly change, and it looks a lot better then. Alright, you can only put so many icons inside, so you might have to make a couple of groups. If you, I think there was only 4, wasn't there, in the appendix. I have to double check how many charities there were. Alright, okay, that's it.